DVR. Said I would up the quality. I gotta keep my voice down again because there's people upstairs. But hopefully this time with the lav mic and my camera, and I got a new lens, and it's nice and wide, everybody can see everything. Look what came in the mail today. This is gonna be the board I install my Windows 7 on, and I got this because it came with everything. It was a little more expensive than I wanted to pay, but it literally came with everything. And the cool thing about this is that it came with 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM. I was like, what? And it's not just any DDR3 RAM. Look at this. It's the HyperX and it's blue. How good that looks. That's incredible. This is the SSD. I'm going to be installing Windows 7 on, and I'm going to need this to do it with, because over here, this guy wants to be a little prima donna and not install Windows 7 because I don't have like some, I think it was the USB 3, like, drivers or whatever. Like, the installer just does not like the fact that I have USB 3 on my Z270 board. so yeah, I figured it would be easier to just install Windows 7 using or Windows 7 compatible. I really wanted Windows 7 on an SSD and not some clunky hard drive. I'll do it this way, or I'll try and do it this way tomorrow or something. We will get this up and running. We'll test it. And actually, we can test it tonight. We'll do that. We'll test it tonight, see if it boots up and everything. It should. And just look at the size difference between these two. This little A8 processor is so cute. It's like a little puppy. Look at it. It's adorable. I even show you guys the cooler that I bought for this. It's massive. Frozen A720. This thing is a behemoth. Needed to get the low profile RAM sticks so that this fan right here in the picture won't be sticking up so far. It can stay as low as it could. To be flush with this heat sink right here. Alright, so we're gonna swap this real quick over onto the test box, like so. There's the F panel there. Okay, power, so it's these two right here. Perfect. Boop. Got power. I don't know if you can hear that. She's working, she works. Look at that. I don't know if I feel like going through the hassle of installing Windows right now, because it's like 2 in the morning and I've been working all day, and yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go to bed. This is going to be the drive that Windows 7 goes on. We're going to install it tonight. And I was going to refurbish our GTX Titan XPs, but it's like 2:30 a.m. and this is going to take some time. So maybe another time. Also, I might just hook up our Champion CPU cooler here to that board, wherever I put it. Oh, here it is. Ta-da! 1 terabyte SSD for Windows 7. I don't know if I showed you guys yesterday, last night. That's the case we're using. We got her all plugged up and she's ready to fire. Turn on the big power. Turn on the little power. I don't know if you can see that, but we will be, that's upside down, installing Windows 7 32-bit, just to be sure that both of my simulators, Flight Simulator X and Flight Simulator 2004, along with all all of the mods and things that are probably designed for 32-bit operating systems are compatible with this build. Let's boot it on up. And boop. Beautiful. She's spinning. She's booting from the DVD. Windows is loading. Excellent. All is going according to plan. Okay, it was stuck on loading the files for a minute and I got scared. Like, I don't want nor can I afford to buy too much more shit. I am not kidding. Like, if I had to buy another copy of Windows, I would have cried. Let's see what we got. Let's see what's going on here. Setup is starting. Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna run upstairs and grab a battery because this one's dying. So you guys know that episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob was trying to sneak into Patrick's house to get the secret box. And like he was tiptoeing and with every step like a loud ass sound. A loud ass sound happened. That is exactly what it's like trying to walk around at 3 a.m. without waking anybody up. We'll switch everything out because what's gonna happen after it's done installing is this board would have served its purpose. And that's hilarious. And I gotta figure out something to do with it. Alright, we're gonna switch it up. Ready? This is the moment of truth right here. Start Windows normally, please. Okay, we have a problem. She works on this system. It works just fine. I need to get it to work on this beauty. And holy shit, I'm tired, but I want to finish putting this together because it's an absolute mammoth. Okay, this is done, but we might have another problem. Because of course we do. Check this out. This is so close. Look at this. Look at how close this is. Oh, buddy. Okay, it works. But look at how close that is. That is tight. And now I have to figure out a way to get it off so I can repaste it. For now, I'm just relieved that it works. Like, I'm gonna have to put a coat wire down there or something to poke the hinge. But whatever, it works. I don't even care anymore. Words cannot even begin to describe how tired I am right now. Regardless of whether or not it works. I'm going to bed after this because it's like 4:30 in the morning. Nope. No joy. Launch, setup, repair. Okay. It's attempting the repairs, so the good news is our fans seem to be working okay. And holy, it is moving that air. Jesus Christ. Wow. Startup repair cannot repair computer automatically. Of course. Continue. See message, contact your system administrator. It just said, fuck you. It is the next day, and as far as this system goes, we have a few options, right? So option one is that I can get a new motherboard, and I can't take this one back to the original owner because there was a no refunds policy, no returns policy, so that's out the question. So I would have to pay about $100 for the new board that I want that is compatible with Windows 7, at least more so. And then I would have to just eat $200 that I spent on the board, which is not an option. And that would make me really sad because this board is really pretty and I really wanted it. This is my dream board right here. I've always wanted this board. Option two is I could inject some drivers into the installer and try and do it that way. I don't feel like doing all that, man. I'm tired. The third and final option that I have is I can say to hell with Windows 7 and just get Windows 8.1. It's compatible with all of my add-ons and things that I want to use with this system, and whatever. It doesn't have to be Windows 7, you know what I mean? I would have liked it to be Windows 7. Maybe there's a mod for Windows 8 that can make it look more like Windows 7. Guys, it does not have to be Windows 7. I just need it to be something that works. With this, my ATR 72-500 are my favorite turboprop. I have to be able to run this. And Windows 10 and Windows 11 doesn't like this plane very much. I've had nothing but issues running this plane on those platforms. That is really the whole reason why this build even exists. Because I want to fly that plane and I want to do it a lot. And I want to do it without any issues. No stuttering, no lagging, no nothing. So yeah, she doesn't have to be Windows 7. I would have loved it for it to be Windows 7, but oh well, you know, like I just need it to be functional, so we'll do Windows 8, even though I've never used Windows 8 before, so this was gonna be a new experience. We'll see if it's as bad as people say it is. One thing's for sure, like I wasn't gonna just give up on this board, especially since I can't take it back. I really, really want to use it. I don't know if I showed it last night with all this lit up and stuff. It's really nice. And this is gonna look so good. And I've got the correct SLI bridge coming. This is just gonna look absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait. I understand there's probably ways to get Windows 7 working on that. But I honestly, guys, I don't care that much. We'll do something with Windows 7. Maybe I'll put it on that board. Maybe that's what I'll do with this. Remember this one? Gigabyte board from, I think, the first video. Yeah, maybe that's what we can do with this one. Because Windows 7 does not like my Z270, despite what everybody says. It just doesn't want to do it. And I don't care enough to fuck around with it and make it work. So there you go. In the meantime, I'm gonna clean these, or not clean them, they're very clean, but we will be repasting these today. We're gonna open them up, make sure everything's good under the hood. They both work, but they are running a little warm, and I know these cards run warm just, you know, anyway, but it was running a bit too warm, doing nothing for me. I mean, absolutely nothing. See how dry this paste is, and that's what today's project is gonna be.